Okay, guys, this is the most comprehensive guide on YouTube for arena grinding. Welcome to my first YouTube video. My name is Tijjy. You guys are busy. I'm not going to waste your time. Let's get straight into it. Let's talk with the subheadings, where you can find these units, how many units in 1 week, how many units in 1 week, how long it takes me to do them individually, then how long it takes me to do them over the course of a week. Then the battle chips, as you can see, we'll get onto later. Basically, quick disclaimer, I tried to upload this video once before, but I was watching it on my mobile, and it turns out you can barely see it. It's extremely small. There's these small black, the black bars, because my resolution isn't big enough. If anyone can help me with that in the comments, that would really help. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Anyway, let's get into it. The brackets I have here are the number of rounds. This is important for when we get onto battle chips specifically for individual winnings, but it also kind of helps you to understand how long it takes me to get each milestone. So the Catalyst Arena, which comes around 11 times a month, which is for the sake of this guide, I'm just going to say is two times a week, even though it's closer to 3, but let's just say it's 2. That gives me 60 units a week. It takes me 15 minutes, and obviously doing it twice a week takes me 30 minutes. There's 2-star arena, 40 rounds, gives me 65 units. 130 units in 1 week, takes 48 minutes. Takes me 96 minutes in a week. 3-star arena, that is the same thing pretty much. 4-star basic, a few more rounds because I do not have all my 4 stars maxed out to achieve the milestones. I'm a bit of a scrub. I'm sure some of you can relate. I'm sure some of you can't relate. I'm sure there's someone here who has like a 2 million rating. He's laughing in the shadows. Anyway, this gives me 135 units in 1 week, obviously, twice. Again, 270 units. It takes me 58 minutes. So that's 116 minutes in a week. 4-star featured, takes me 53 rounds. Again, don't have all my 5 stars maxed out. Gives me the same amount of units, takes me 64 minutes, a bit longer, and that is 128 minutes. The reason I'm adding up this time is a lot of you are asking in other YouTubers' comments, how long does your arena grind take? How long does your arena grind take? They give you a rough idea, they don't give you an exact time. So I'm going to give you as close to an exact time as I possibly can. 5-star featured. This one I only have 25 because I only have 7 6-stars. I cannot complete all the milestones without spending units, and I don't spend units. So theoretically, you could get, I don't actually get this, I only go to the 4th milestone, which is like 55 units, but for the sake of argument, just to help you guys, I will throw, it just makes the guide a little bit easier if I throw in 135 units. Same for 1 week. It takes me half an hour because I do less rounds because I can't. It takes me 60 minutes. And the Crystal Trove Arena is the only arena I do on Sunday. This gives me no units, obviously, no units. Time-wise, it takes me 30 minutes to do 17 rounds, 60 minutes in a week. So that is all of Arena. Now, since we're on the topic of Arena, I'm going to go into battle chips. So we have 3 categories: battle chips for milestones, battle chips for winning individual fights, and then battle chips for, you can't see it on there, but it says battle chips for winning the 300 units you get every time you win a round. So let's quickly break this down. So I get 6, sorry about it being so big, it's just on mobile it's really hard to see, which is again why I had to re-upload this and I'm reshooting this video. So for the Catalyst Arena, in 6 rounds, sorry, no, that's not important yet, but just for milestones. So yeah, milestones takes me 6 rounds, 40 rounds, 48, 53, 25 and 17. Again, another disclaimer, I only go to the 4th milestone for the 5-star featured arena. Badges for winning, this is where the rounds really start to come in handy. So if you don't know and you're curious, I have it written down here, just give me a second. So to find out the chips for winning individual fights, you see you get like 10, 15 kind of units, battle chips every time you win a fight. So to calculate that, we just do the number of rounds times 3 gives us the number of fights we actually do, and then times the number of fights you actually do by whatever kind of star your opponent is. So give me an example. I get 1.4k. Sorry, let's skip that. That's a bit confusing. It's much easier if you use a 2-star. For being a 2-star in Arena, for the individual wins, you get 10 battle chips. So I did 40 times 3, that gave me 120. I times that 120 by, sorry, did I say 40 battle chips for a 2-star win? It's a 10 battle chips for a 2-star win. So I times that 40 by 3, gives me 120. Times that 120 by 10, which gives me 1,200 battle chips, and times it by 2 because I do it twice in a week. You understand the gist. So this is how I calculate how many battle chips I get for winning individual fights. So we got altogether, last one, and the rounds. So every time I complete a round, so I would have completed 40 rounds for this 2-star arena, I get 300 battle chips. So I times those together and I get 24k for doing it twice. So I do 80 rounds altogether in a week. So I add all these together, the milestones, the winning individual fights, and the winning the battle chips for winning a round, and that gives me 270 battle chips per week just for completing the milestones. And then we're gonna add that to our total. That gives us 540 units, because 1 million battle chips is 2,000 units. And if you don't believe me, you can look online. There's loads of videos about the battle chips you can gain for the battle chips the units you can receive from opening 1 million battle chips. Hopefully, when July 4th comes around, I'll be opening 5 million if I can save enough. Right now I have 700k, but yeah, because I need them units. Then 15k units are going to be absolutely amazing. Okay, 200. If we know that 1 million battle chips are 2k units, we using the power of math, we can figure out that 200k battle chips is 540 units. Add that into our total. So that is Arena pretty much covered. How many units you can get from Arena. These 3 are basically free. 22-hour event, extremely easy. I haven't factored in, there's 4 22-hour events. There's the event quest completion. Oh my god, that is awful. We'll get onto that in a second. The level up, the arena wins, and hero use. The last 3, very easy. Event quest completion, forget about it. I tried to do it once, like actually go for it without spending any energy refills. It's ridiculously hard. It's not worth it. I'm not going to factor that in. 3-day for your alliance, pretty much get that for free. You don't really have to do anything, you probably just get that naturally. The calendar, sorry, that's making me weird, is 100 units per month. I just divided by 4, since this is per week. It gives me 25 units. The event quest, this is interesting. If you didn't know, and I only found this out 2 weeks ago, if you 100% complete beginner, normal, heroic, and master, you get 600 units. And you don't get any for uncollected. Something worthy of note, you don't get any for uncollected. And this is extremely easy. If you are, like, once I finish uncollected, if I couldn't progress in the story anymore, because I was, like, plateauing or stuck, I would just leave my energy. And if you're like that, I know a lot of people are like that, this is the best thing to use your energy on. Another really good thing to use your energy on is if you haven't completed some of the earlier stuff in the story, because I remember I used to bang out Seaton videos and used to say Act 2 isn't worth completing. Act 2 has amazing units in it. It has like 450 unit. And another one is Variant, the classic, the very, very easy version, gives you loads of units. Anyway, so let's move on. That gives me 150 a week. The battle chips that we're already aware of. So that gives me 2,078 units in a week. That is crazy. Oh, I haven't actually broken down the arena times, so it takes me 5 hours to complete the milestones on all of these once per week. And then, because I do them twice, it takes me 10 hours. If you're curious, it's like, this gives me like 4.8. It was 4.8 hours, and then this was 9.7. But I've just rounded it up because it was extremely close. I've added a few other variables if you're curious. So I've slapped on if you have the sigil, which I know a lot of people do, and the collected daily card. The reason I kept it separate, obviously a lot of free-to-play players will be watching this, and they'll get annoyed if I'm making a unit guide for free-to-play players about how you can get units, but I've added some things you have to purchase in. Anyway, I'm rambling now. 2,336 if you have the sigil and collected daily card. I also added something I was really curious about, and I haven't seen anyone answer, but I've seen a few questions about this, is the time taken to get an Odin, it takes you it takes you a week and a half to get an Odin. In 3 weeks, you can make Cavalier openings and be the blubberiest whale. Wink, 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 wink. That was a little Easter egg to another YouTuber that you probably all got. Anyway, time taken to get an Odin, a week and a half. Weeks taken to get 15k units. The reason I mentioned this is because July 4th is coming up, and every July 4th and Black Friday, they put in units. If you don't know this, they put in 15k units offer, which is amazing. Some of the times it can be account changing. It can be really, really good. And a lot of people look at these videos to figure out how long it will take them to be able to afford that offer, or just maximize their units, so they're making sure they can do everything they can. But I've never seen anyone answer this question. So in answer to the question, it takes you 7.2 weeks, which is a month and 3/4. It's under 2 months, obviously. It's a month and 3/4 roughly to get 15,000 units. That is so crazy. There's so many free units you can get in this game if you just grind out and have no life. But due to the quarantine, a lot of us are in this situation. That situation. I know a lot of us aren't. If you work for any healthcare services, then God bless you. You're amazing. But for the rest of us who have loads of free time, especially if you don't have any kids, so much free time. Anyway, let's move on. Units per month, 8,312, which is a lot of units. I can't wait to see those on my account. And units per year, this is a tremendous amount of units. It's 99,794 units. That is loads. That's 100k units in a year. And that concludes the end of the video. This was my first YouTube video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to give me a sub. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you really didn't like it, leave a like anyway. I don't care. I don't care. Leave a like. Whatever you do. I don't care, man. I don't care. I just don't care. Leave me a like. Thank you. Nah, I'm only joking. But yeah, if you're new here, which all of you are, I don't even know why I said that, go subscribe, please. Have a great day, and I will be posting consistently. Goodbye.